Hello, and welcome to the explanation video for Silver Etude number 3. Make sure that you have your own personal copy out so you can follow along with me. If you look at your number 3, for every instrument, you should see nothing in the key signature. No sharps, no flats. You should have 4/4 time signature. And then if you look at it, you're going to see a lot of accidentals, sharps and flats and natural signs throughout this whole etude. The reason there's nothing in the key signature is this whole etude is based off of the chromatic scale. You've probably learned how to play a chromatic scale by now. So remember, that's where we go from one note to the very next note. It's all half steps. So if you get stuck in this etude, I would recommend turning to the back of your book and opening up your fingering chart and just practicing going one note to the very next note, your chromatic scale, one note at a time, so that you're really comfortable with those fingerings. And then you can come back and work on this etude measure by measure. But make sure that you're comfortable with that chromatic scale first, or else this one will take you a little bit longer than it would otherwise. If you look at each measure, the rhythm is exactly the same. Every single measure has the same rhythm, except for the last measure of each line, and then that's just a dotted half note. So the rhythm that's repeated over and over is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Over and over every measure, and then you finally get to the last measure, which would be, for example, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and off. So rhythm, not tricky at all on this one. It's all going to come down to how well do you know that chromatic scale. So go ahead and make sure that you practice your chromatic scale. You're really comfortable going up and down. And then once you have down the chromatic scale, you'll be ready to just go ahead and play the chromatic scale in context here on this etude, and you can go ahead and go to the video with the specialist on your instrument and practice right alongside them. Happy practicing!